people online, obviously, yes, is going to start showing those $500 dinner activities.
Yes.
You know, that they go to every weekend, you know, the places that they are traveling to, the spas that they are hanging out in. Yes. And obviously, it'll start making people think that, are we doing relationship wrong? Because while they're just splurging themselves, you find yourself sitting at home eating takeout. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blissology Podcast, where we talk about love, we talk about relationship, we talk about family in real life moment that actually matters. My name is Will.
And I'm Cece. Hey, so friends, welcome back. Welcome back. I know we haven't been here in a minute, but you guys know life be lifing, but we're here, okay? And we're glad that you are here with us today. All right, so please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you always catch our new episode.
Absolutely. We appreciate having you guys. So before we get into today's topic, as always, we want to share our blissful moments with you. Now, that's either something that we did, something that happened to us, or something that we are looking forward to.
That's right.
So what's coming?
What's coming? What's already here? Okay. Yeah. My children, since October, Christmas song has been playing in this house. The last week of October, the kids were like blasting Christmas song. And I was like, y'all, can we please wait until November? And they're like, no, mommy, we can't. Because we don't celebrate Halloween here in this home.
Yeah.
So therefore, on that Friday, it was like the entire week, they were blasting Christmas song. Because they were like already in the spirit of Christmas.
Just like everybody else, we starting early.
Yeah, but listen, I told them I was not ready yet. I in my mind, I was still in June. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Christmas just happened to be here, and we're like, wait, what's going on? Are we in July or what's going on? A lot of us parents not ready.
Yeah,
mentally,
but ready or not, it's here. You know.
Yeah, we're not ready. It's not. I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about mentally. We're not really ready for the Christmas. You blink and it's like December already. Although we are in November, but you blink, it's like December.
Well, yes. I mean, listen. Everywhere you go now, it's already in Christmas. Some neighbors already put up their lights.
Yes.
You know, many of the communities where we are, the Christmas lights are up already.
Yeah, but I feel like, is it me or is it...
This year, I think everyone's starting early.
Early, yes.
Everyone is starting early.
And let me tell y'all something before we move to the topic. They called their father and says, Daddy, can we play the Christmas song? Because mommy doesn't want us to play Christmas song yet. Yeah. And I'm like, it's October. We're still early. And then, of course, their dad is like, yep, blast it out in the house.
Why not?
Just blast.
They had that playlist made already. So
they sure did.
They did.
They did. They're ready to go. They want to be in the spirit, and I don't blame them because there's a lot going on. So we want to be in the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah.
I get it.
I usually wait until the week before Thanksgiving to put up my lights, but I'm told that I have to put them up this week.
Yes. This week, it has to go up.
Yes.
Okay, this week.
Yeah, so by the end of this week, we'll be in full Christmas. But hey, listen, it's a good thing, and I'm hoping that if you're out there, you're looking to see what can make things a little easier for you. Get in the moment.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Listen, it's your lights, it's your house, it's your music. No one can come and tell you can't do it.
That's right.
So that's our blissful moment. So let's get into today's topic now. Yes. The topic for today has been floating around online, and honestly, I think it's a real conversation to have.
It sure is.
We're talking about inflation dating.
Yes.
Yeah, we've heard the term inflation get thrown all over the place, but we're feeling it. Mm-hmm. And couples who are dating are feeling it in their pockets.
Yes.
You know, dating in 2025 feels like everything comes with taxes on top of taxes. Mm-hmm. I think we're paying taxes and then we're paying tariffs. Everything's more expensive.
Oh, yeah,
and couples are feeling it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really expensive out there, guys. Mm-hmm. Dinner used to be cute, and believe me, you can still go to a nice place and it feels cute. But when you see the bill, all that cuteness go away. You know, coffee used to be affordable, and I can tell you that because I take a trip to Starbucks once a week, sometimes twice a week. And now it almost seems like you need a full-time job to ask somebody out just to go get some wings. Now, I don't eat wings, but I know wings are more expensive. I'll tell you, there's a place that we normally get fried beef. This thing costs $30. It used to cost $15.
Yes. What about the wing place?
$30. The wing place, we used to get 32 wings for like $35.
Less than that.
No, it used to be around on that. But now you're paying $60.
$60 for like 30 wings.
Yeah, so we stopped going to that wing place and that fried beef. We stopped.
Ago.
So things are expensive. And folks out there are budgeting for date nights. Like it's a
like
vacation
you're planning
planning.
a vacation.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
You're looking at, okay, if I spend this much on this, I spend that much on it. Are we gonna even do dessert? No, we're probably not gonna do dessert because that add another $15 to the bill.
Yeah.
So
like
we're
30.
planning this like it's some big outings that we're doing. So today we're gonna talk about why dating feels so expensive, how couples can stay connected without going broke, and how money stresses changes relationship today.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's get into it.
And you guys, please, just so you know, my husband is fighting a cold.
Yes.
Obviously, you could see his voice is going high and low. So this is what's happening. Okay. I don't know.
It's been a stressful week. I'm hoping Christmas helps.
Let's hope so, because it's going up and down. I'm like, man, I feel bad for you, baby. I feel bad.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I'm good. I can talk. Voice sounds different though, but
the voice is like it's doing me, and I'm like, let me just make sure I let my people know that
she's having to get used to it. I'm sure some of you guys probably trying to get used to why I sound this way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's a little bit of cough here and there. I don't think I'm still contagious, so.
Yeah, out of nowhere, this cold pop in, and I'm like, wait, what just happened? When did you get this cold? You were fine here today,
Listen,
and then all of a sudden you got this cold.
I interact with people all day. Yes. Someone has it and got in contact, got in close proximity to me and passed it on. I'm just hoping I don't pass it on to you guys.
Let's just wish them well, you guys. Let's wish them well. Okay, so now let's get back. What I want to say is, yes, let's be honest, you guys. I feel like dating used to be simple. I'm a millennial. I love being a millennial. I feel like, our time was really like, we were kind of, I would say, manageable, right?
Yes. We used to go out every week.
We could go to the movies, grab food.
You spend no more than $40.
Popcorn. We get the big giant ice,
flurry.
frozen ice. I think it's called.
It's, something icing something. But we get these things. But it never cost us more than $40 to go out.
Yeah.
Sometimes less, depending on where we were.
Listen, because I remember our time which wasn't long ago. I'm talking about the 90s, where
90s,
the 2000s. I'm sorry.
You're making me feel old. Yeah.
We'll just sneak in our food in the movie theater with us. We get the wings.
That was wild.
And I remember when they used to have those nachos. I don't know if they still do, because last time we've been to the movies was like
years ago,
prior
to COVID.
Yes, to COVID. So I'm talking about 2017 or 16.
Yeah, probably some of the
probably around
before COVID.
Yes. So things were so simple back then, and now you're looking at one dinner or 2 dinners, 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Let's say if we get multiple drinks here, right? This girl right here, multiple drinks, because my husband will only get 1.
Yeah.
And if you decided to valet parking,
you gotta tip them too.
And you do, dessert.
You're looking at between $150 to $200.
I am going to say this. I told my husband, let's go to J. Alexander's. I miss having their steak, because they have the perfect signature steak. Okay. And I'm talking about a $300. Yeah.
There's no way I will be spending $300. I know, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to spend $300 on a dinner. You don't even have to go to a fancy spot.
Yeah.
So we have regular restaurants.
And that's the problem.
Have luxury prices.
Yes.
Yes. And I'll tell you, inflation changes the whole vibe.
It does.
It does.
It does.
And for single people trying to go on dates multiple times a month, I feel for you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a survivor mode.
Listen, us here, we eat out, but we just order out and I bring it in. And I tell you, just this past weekend, between what I get for me and CC and the kids, just about $100.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
So I feel like I should just get the stuff and cook it at home.
And that's usually our usual spot. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
I'm talking about local Lucille's, barbecue ribs, local chilies. Nothing too expensive. Yeah.
And we ain't even sit in. We just order it out.
Right, y'all. It's just wild out there.
Listen, for the last few years, we've been rotating between 2 restaurants.
Try to keep it simple, you know?
Yeah, this weekend we do this, and obviously with
Trying to keep it
some
simple.
home cooking as well.
And of course, when we don't get food out, I'll make tacos on Fridays, or I make some fried plantain, and we'll be in the kitchen making fried plantain with some
I make
fried.
the fried plantain.
Yeah, he does well with the
know.
fried plantain. On Sunday, I don't
I
do
got
the
skills.
And what's crazy is people online, are saying that they don't even want to go out anymore because of how expensive things are.
Yeah, listen, if
And
you and I
can't
were
blame
dating
them.
right now, we'll be hanging out at home.
We'll be hanging out at my parents for
Yes.
sure.
I know your mom will probably be cooking for us.
Oh yeah, she'll definitely will. You know how she
Yes.
feel about us buying food out.
I know, it is. Your mom is like the ideal person to say, we're going to cook.
That's right.
No need to order stuff out.
Yes.
You know,
that's
if
right.
she knew how much I spent on that dinner last Friday, was it? That we picked something? No, Saturday we picked something up.
Oh my God,
And we didn't even eat the thing because it was bad.
it was really bad.
She will throw a fit.
Listen, y'all, it was really bad. I took a spoon and I said, "No, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done."
Yeah, but you know, people are hanging out indoors, at home rather, more often. But that does affect the connections they have. Right?
True.
Instead of getting to know someone outside, folks are saying, come on over and chill. And that's where relationship gets blurry
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's cheaper to just sit on a couch.
Yeah.
Now, sitting on a couch coming with its own drawbacks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, I remember when you and I were going out, obviously you'll make sure that you're looking chic, you're looking fancy, you got your best outfit on. And it's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feeling, and you go somewhere, you enjoy yourself,
Yeah, you
have
feel
a good
different.
time. It feels different. And that's the big shift because when you don't date intentionally, you lose the effort.
That's right.
And believe me, effort, that's what builds attraction.
It sure is.
Because when you're gonna sit on the couch, you don't put a whole lot of effort into
You
it.
don't. You gotta. You
Right?
don't. You don't.
You know, and believe me, when you're on the couch, the only thing you could do is maybe something you're not supposed to be doing, or you have Netflix on repeat. Plus, if you even sitting on the couch, it gets expensive because you're probably gonna order Uber,
Yep.
and that costs money.
You gotta tape them.
Absolutely. So even staying home still cost you something.
But not as if you were going out.
That's it. But the price, the cost still exists.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a lot less.
Right.
But you're still having to spend some money.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's changing the way we do things, and then we have to be mindful of it. Because I'll tell you, I valued going out with my wife. Well, you were my girlfriend at the time. And we had some good time. Yes, we weren't going to a fancy restaurant, but we can go to a decent meal. I remember there's that place they were good on seafood, and unfortunately they closed
Legal
it down
seafood.
here. We used to go there, you know, and so you go out, you eat, and then you kind of walk around the whole complex,
Yeah.
watch some live performance, you know, things that you
Season
can't
52.
do at home. Yes.
Was another great one.
So there's a lot of value in going somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think we're missing on that.
We do. We do.
And you know, that's for just couples who are just dating.
Yeah.
Imagine if you have kids, that's a whole different problem.
Listen, babysitters. Okay. It's on babysitters.
Yes.
Luckily for us, we had our sister-in-law who was
yes, that's
available at
it.
that time.
You know, we can tip
Yes.
her, but we weren't obligated to pay for babysitting. But you know what? And this is where the thing comes, because every date we took, it almost seems like we were staying at a luxury resort. You know, and I know we've been slacking on some of our date nights. That could be the reason. I'm looking at how much it's gonna cost us.
Listen, I told my husband this all the time. I don't need expensive stuff. You guys are probably tired of hearing me saying this on the podcast. I know that we talk a lot about dating and expenses and going out because that's what a lot of the millennials and couples are facing nowadays because of how expensive things are.
Yeah, but you know what? In my defense, not that I want to use this as an excuse. I think when I think of dating, I'm thinking the things we used to do. And
Where we used to go.
yes. And right now, doing this, obviously, first we have to coordinate with what's going to happen with the kids.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have to
Who's
be
gonna
mindful.
babysit them?
Who's going to babysit them? How late can we stay out?
That's another one.
That's another one. And obviously how much is going to cost us.
That's
Right?
another one.
And this is the type that she wants to, and she says, you know what, it's simple. We could just do something. But I'm looking at what we used to do. And I'd like to make sure that I can keep up with it. But if she knows that we're going something expensive, she's not going.
No.
Right? So but
what?
you know what? money pressure can kill romance if you're not careful about it.
Yeah.
And obviously, Cece's been asking for those date nights, and we've even tried date days
Which
as
I
opposed
like.
to date nights.
But during the day, I'm with clients.
But you know what? When it comes to these things, and obviously we're talking about money, it's not because we're stingy in any way, but it's important that we looked at our costs because everything is costing more these days.
Everything is.
And I don't think
expensive.
anyone to be really negligent about how they spend money. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, if you spend more than you actually bring it in, you're going to go broke.
Yeah.
And believe me, if you're dating someone and you go broke over that person, they are going to leave you.
They are.
And obviously you will get burnt out.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so be mindful of how you spend it.
Yes. There's a lot of pressure out there because a lot of
Absolutely.
couples are arguing not because they don't love each other, but because they're stressed financially.
Yeah.
And date night, you know,
like a
sometimes
bill.
feels like, yes,
Yes, it isn't.
yes, it does. It really
I
does.
guarantee you, date night right now for us will always cost me more than I pay for the water. Right? Yes. It'll be close to our cell phone bill. It has about 5 lines on it. Our power bill. Yes. And you got to look at these things. Now, obviously, you have to budget for it. That's one thing I tell people as you do these things. You got to look at your budget to see what makes sense. Because people still go out on dates. We're not saying that people don't date. It's just that you have to look to see, can you spend these funds? Yes, but that stress is real, and people
Yeah.
are getting disconnected over these
They are.
stressful.
They are.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, money stress hit different.
It does.
You know, it has different impact on people. It steals your energy. And believe me, you will not have fun if you stress over how much this bill is going to cost you. You're sitting there eating, and the only thing that's in your head is, man, I'm going to have to shell out $200 for the
Does
steak.
that happen to you, babe?
You forget how good the steak tastes, you know?
You forget how much of a good time you're having with your partner.
No, you're right there. Just jeez. Now I'm having to pay this, and now this is gonna take from that. But yes, because it takes away the fun.
And you're adding.
You're running calculations in your head. You know, okay. I'm hoping that when they bring the bills in, and you're looking, man, you're like, okay, we had this. You adding all the meals in your head, and then you're like, I got a tip too. Many people are tipping less these days. I'll tell you that.
Listen.
But you know, it takes the fun out of it.
It does.
You know,
It does.
It makes you forget who you were before responsibilities kicks in.
Yes.
And then, you know, obviously that's when couples starts feeling disconnected. And like some will start saying that we don't do anything anymore. And I'll tell you, many people are refraining from going out because of the costs associated
True.
with going out.
Yes. Yes.
Now, Cece said she likes the beach, so we're just going to go to the beach once a month.
we
during
used
the
to.
day.
We used to.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying we're going to.
We used to. I feel like the last time we stopped going was October or September.
I just
We used
remember
to.
because sometimes when we used to go to the beach, we'll go to that wing place and we'll
Oh
get
yeah,
some
that's
wings,
right.
and then we'll
And a
take
box
it to
of
the
pizza.
beach and we eat.
Yeah.
It's so expensive now. We just go to the beach with some water. But you know, sometimes people can misinterpret this as not caring, but it's not because the person don't care though.
Yeah.
Many of us, we find ourselves in survival mode. And
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true.
yeah.
And I know sometimes, you know, romance usually the first thing that goes when you are on that survival mode.
It's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
Hey, listen, if you have to pay the power bill and go out, believe me, if the power gets cut off,
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
worse than
Yeah.
not being romantic.
Yeah.
So in you know, that's why so many people think they're falling out of love.
Right.
But in
Right.
reality,
Yeah.
they fell out of margin. They just
Yes.
don't have the funds to be able to
Yes.
pay.
Right.
And then I'll tell you, especially in the last few months, things have gotten even worse.
They have. That
Right.
is so true.
We
There's
find
a-
some people are gonna start missing paychecks.
Yes.
And some already started
Yes.
missing them. So
Yes. And
so more than ever, it's it's a bigger problem.
It is a bigger problem. And I think a lot of us need to be mindful of how we're spending our money this holiday. Yes. Be in the mind of, okay, there's a family right there that don't have what we have. You know, not so much for you to feel bad about what you have, but be grateful and be thankful for what you have. It is a month of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So at the same time, don't be like
wasteful.
Yeah, don't be wasteful. And don't blow out everything that you have because, yes, you be grateful you have a job, be grateful you have a business. At the same time, just be mindful because there's a lot going on out there.
Yeah, and at times like this, and that's something we've talked a lot about in this podcast is communication. At times like this, it's important to be very upfront and communicate with your partner as to what are we going to do, right?
Right.
And one thing I think I should ask, or Cece should ask me, what can create that perfect date night for us? And she's been very upfront.
I
tell me that she doesn't care about going to the fancy restaurant.
I told them that all the time,
doesn't
but
feel right. It doesn't feel right that I say, listen, let's go walk in the beach. It doesn't feel like it's a real date. It feels like we're just hanging out. But then again, that's a date, right? You know, be upfront with your partner and communicate as to what's going to help you get closer. And talk about what you want to spend. Because at the end of the day, you got to function as a team.
You got to function.
And that's what your relationship is based on, is you doing things together. So
as a team,
have those conversations.
As a team is so true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you cannot let the internet determines what you do.
Listen.
Because I'll tell you.
Stay off of it.
Believe me, during this time, a lot of people will start posting or showing what they do. And if you're going to get your perfect date based on what they do, you will go broke.
You will go broke.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying this episode, remember to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone you think who needs to hear this. You know, Cece recently made a guide available free to you. It's about unlocking your full potential. The link is in the description below. Go ahead and download it. It's free. Now let's get back into the episode. You know, one thing that makes modern dating harder is comparison. And I know I mentioned the internet just a moment ago. People online, obviously, yes, is going to start showing those $500 dinner activities.
Yes.
You know, that they go to every weekends, you know, the places that they are traveling to, the spas that they are hanging out in. Yes. And obviously, it'll start making people think that, are we doing relationship wrong? Because while they're just splurging themselves, you find yourself sitting at home eating takeouts.
Or folding the laundries.
Or folding the laundries, you know, the normal things that normal people do sometimes.
Right.
Listen, Instagram dates do not equal real life love.
Say that one more time, baby.
You know, people's got to remember 90% of what you see online is curated.
It sure
is. You don't get to see the argument that happened after the camera stopped. You don't get to see the credit card bill and the stress of trying to keep up. You don't get to see those things.
Y'all, one thing about us here in this family, we don't do the whole keep up with the Jones. We don't, okay? We don't do things to impress others. We don't do things to show off. We don't do things to make people see that, hey, we got this and that. And the one thing I appreciate from the way that we do things here, we make sure our girls know the same thing too. Let me tell y'all something. There's somebody on TikTok, this girl, okay? She said that if the date is not $300, she don't want it.
That's good. She better stay home by herself.
Like, girl, okay, you don't want it. Love isn't a receipt. It's like relationship nowadays are becoming expensive trends.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of regular people are really losing their joy trying to follow them. Not here. We don't do things to trying to keep up with the Jones. We don't do things because of someone is doing on the internet. We regular people, we're going to keep what we have and we're going to let you do what you do.
Yeah. You know, and I think there's a principle that I think many people should apply to their lives. Yeah. You don't live for someone else. You live for yourself. So with all that said, I think it's worth it for us to say, you know what can couples do to deal with all this craziness, right? So listen, we're going to share a few things that I think
we shared before in the podcast too.
But these are just reminders, right?
Yes.
Because as things starts getting more expensive, there's always things that you can do. And those can easily be, maybe do a picnic. Yeah. Right? Cook dinner together. We've done that. We haven't done a picnic in a very long while because Cece's a little bit iffy about outdoors on grass and so forth. But we've cooked together, right? Walk on the beach. We used to do that, and we're trying to get back into that. You know, music in the car. Hey, listen, the kids listen to their music.
Yes.
You know, late night talking. We do that a whole lot, right? Obviously, I know there was one time we shared maybe like create a scenery in your patio if you have one, but you can get creative. Because one thing that people's got to remember is that romance is not about dollars.
Say that again, baby.
Romance is not about dollars. It's about attention. And here's the secret though. Date nights, it's really about attention. Whether you do it at home, now don't keep doing it at home. But whether you do it at home, whether you go to a place, think of what you do when you're in that place.
Yes.
You are constantly giving this person your attention. So yes, it's about attention. It's about making eye contact. It's about being verbal. It's about engaging in deep conversation. That's right. And obviously laugh and enjoy yourself in the process.
Yes.
That's what dating is. You get to learn about this person, all these things. So when we lead with dollars, like that girl says on TikTok, the date needs to cost at least $300, otherwise she's not in it.
Right.
I'd like to have her go out with the guy in Deliver Us from Eva who picked the girl up in the box truck. That'd be something. I'd like to see how she would react, you know. And listen, if you're dating someone who can really feel love through spending, that's a red flag.
It sure is.
And listen, that girl there that wants a $300 date.
That's a red flag right there.
Listen, I don't know if all guys are smart as I am about my money. There's no way that if someone says that's how they want to date, oh yes, you will not see a dime from me. Oh yeah, you can be where I don't care how cute you are. No, because your priorities are not in the right place. So yes, if someone can only feel love through spending, that's a red flag.
It is a red flag.
In marriage or in any relationship, seasons change. And what that means is you need to know how to love during the wealthy moments where the money's flowing, but also when things are tight.
Yeah.
And right now, things are tight for a lot of people.
A lot of people.
And you know, and that calls for us to get creative, you know, and then that's when you realize that with enough creativity, the best date are often the one that cost you the least.
Right.
You know?
That is so true.
So, but if someone, the love is based on how much money you spent, then you can't get creative with that. I'll tell you that.
You can't get creative with that. And I think one thing too, we need to normalize talking about money early on, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, not to be nosy about what your man got in their bank account, but more so to understand expectations.
And listen, if that girl is constantly overdrawing their accounts, I'd like to know that. If they have tons of credit card debt due to mismanaging their money, I'd like to know that.
That's true too.
Right. But yes, you're right. That money conversation, we have to start normalizing it. But it's not so much about how much money you have in the bank, but what's important to you when it comes to dating.
Right.
Obviously, that $300 girl on TikTok was very upfront. She went publicly and says that date needs to cost $300 or more, or I'm not going.
Or she's not going.
Great. She just ruled out about 90% of the men's population that could potentially date her. Good for her.
Yeah.
But we got to have this conversation. What does a good date looks like? You know?
Yeah.
What do you prefer? Where do you normally like to eat? What are the activities that's important?
Yes.
And how much do those things cost?
Right.
So have those conversations early. And obviously, you know, discuss your budget.
Right.
Listen, if that girl says I want a date that costs $300, I'm saying, listen, I normally budget less than $100 per date. Will that work for you?
You sound like Ayo right now. You sound just like him right now. Yes. Like, you know, it's not called stingy. That's called being responsible.
Yes, I am all for it. Listen, if you have the money, spend it on the person you love. Yes. And listen, if you have the money, by all means, believe me, Cece and I, we spend some money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but don't do it just because you're trying to impress someone. Someone who maybe don't even know who you are, or maybe you saw someone do it. Now you want to do it. Don't do it for that reason.
Yes.
But if something happened and you want to celebrate, if you can spend money on your spouse or your girl, or your girl can spend money on you because you go either way, splurge yourself. Why not? You only get one life to live. However, if you're going to borrow money to do that, or if you're going to take money that would have gone towards the light bill to do that, then that's a problem.
It is a problem. And I think if someone okay with you doing that, then that's a red flag.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
If you're okay me taking money from the power bill to go out,
Yeah.
you got problems.
Yeah, you got major problems. You got major problems. Yes.
You know, if you're dating someone, it's okay to ask how often do you want to go out?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What's your views on budgeting for
Right.
dates? You know, do you feel loved by getting gifts or by spending quality time together?
What if they say both? Because
If they say both,
I
that's
can be
fine.
both.
You know, we get you some gifts and we spend some time together. But it's good to know these things ahead of time. And those are things that's important if you're dating someone that you ask those questions.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. Like in the beginning of the phase, you need to know these things,
Yes,
right? You need to
absolutely.
know, you kind of like set your standards and your expectations, what you're looking forward to, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to not knowing, okay, now that you dating me, where are we going? What are we doing? But it's good to set those standards when you are single and you're dating. And if you are married, okay, like us here, you got to ask your partner, how can we protect date night? Y'all know this is
Date
our
day.
main challenge here in this relationship because we both are busy. I am busy on the weekend with my buyers, my clients. And by the time we get home, it's very tiring. And we're like crashing on the sofa, watching Netflix or watching some God knows something that's playing on YouTube or whatever, some African movies.
Yes.
We still working on it, right? So you got to ask your spouse, how can we protect date night? Or what's our monthly date budget?
Yes. Very important.
That is so important. I know this man here likes to take me on those expensive places, and I told him I'm fine.
Oh, I haven't been recently.
But I know he's just overthinking it, overanalyzing it. That's just how he thinks. And I have to be okay with the way he thinks, of course. You know, and you got to ask your partner, what can we do that keep us connected?
Yeah, I agree. And I'll tell you, we've been doing a lot of this, and primarily Sissy, she's been good at reminding me the things that are important.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, our relationship as a whole
Right.
gets stronger
Yes.
through clarity.
Yes.
And believe me, confusion gets expensive.
Very expensive.
Yes, because when you think one thing, but they're expecting something else, sometimes you find yourself doing things twice. So yes, but it's good to have clarity.
It's good to have clarity on both sides.
Yes.
Like, I know what you want, you know what I want. Not that I think I know what you want. Because sometimes men do be thinking like, okay, I know what I'm thinking what she would want, but then why don't I find out what she wants?
Oh, I'm good at finding out what you want. Sometimes she wants me to kind of figure out what she wants. See,
Baby,
I'm
we've
the
been married
opposite.
for 15 years, and I'm like, babe, we can't keep doing hints. You gotta get it by now.
Again, clarity is important.
He's a clarity man, and I sometimes
He frustrates you.
yes, it does. You know why? Because I'm like, babe,
I should know this by now.
you should know this by now.
I'm trying to avoid, I mean, I've said that before in the podcast. I go to Starbucks once a week to get her drink. There's that drink she wants, and depends on which Starbucks that I go to, they will screw it up. So when I'm placing the order, I am very, very specific on telling them exactly what's in it. There's like 4 different things that goes in the order. And when I'm
5.
getting ready to get the drink, I'm always anxious that it's not going to look the right color. The person's saying, and believe me, it's been happening more often. Now, there are some Starbucks. I said, I'm not going to those places anymore because they can't seem to get it.
They give you anxiety.
Yes, I get anxiety. So, I keep a list of the things that goes in there. Sometimes I walk in the store and I just show it and says, this is it. I want it this way. Yet they still manage to not get it right. And that's been causing me stress. See, yes, I want clarity. And I'm hoping that these Starbucks people gets it. But and I know, listen, the drinks are complicated, but sometimes they get it way off. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I'm saying something wrong, but if I show
But
it to you.
I do think it's funny though when you come home and you're like, babe, is this it? I think it's so cute. It's cute.
You don't know how much stress that causes me, But you know what? Listen, we try to have fun with what we do. And,
Yeah, we do.
Obviously we enjoy it as much as we can. Yes, that drink causing me to get anxiety when they're about to hand it to me and I have to examine the color and how it looks. There's been many cases I'm like, man, I need a bit more matchup. Put it on the side. Because I know when I get here, she's going to cause me grief if it's not right. So, but hey, listen, we still have fun with it. And I still have to go to Starbucks to get it. And you know, all joking aside, lifestyle inflation is real.
It sure is.
You know, and when you're spending just to keep up with others, that makes it even worse. And that's how relationship quietly sinks.
That's true.
You know, because you're performing for strangers. When everything
That
you
part.
do is based on what someone else wants, someone you don't even know. You just happen to see them doing, you try to do the same thing too.
That part.
No, when you perform for others, you're living a life that's not yours.
Yes.
And yes, everything we do here, we do it because of us.
That's it.
You know, and that goes from anyone, even not even within our families. We try not to be influenced by certain things they say because at the end of the day, we're at the stage where we can make our decisions. We do listen to inputs. We're not the type that tune people out. We listen to input, but at the end, we always analyze our decisions and make the decision that works best for us, right? Because you can go broke trying to look like you're winning. And I think some people are. They go into these fancy places, showing they're doing fancy stuff.
Yes.
Just so they can show people that they're winning.
Yeah.
When in fact, they are going broke.
That's true.
And that's not something that I'm good with.
Yes. That's something that I always tell my husband all the time is that love has to be, and love is supposed to be intentional.
Yes.
Okay. It's supposed to be intentional. It's supposed to be thoughtful and consistent. I don't care much about how expensive it gets. I love surprises. I love when my man come home and say, you know what, babe, I went out of my way and I got this for you and I think you would like it. I'm a thoughtful person. And I think sometimes he doesn't understand that.
One thing that's gotten more expensive these days are flowers. Those tariffs, they've really impacted the prices of flowers.
Okay.
They are.
Yes, I know things are expensive.
Yeah, I went in the store. I'm like, this must not be right. So I looked at a couple of bouquets. I'm like, So I walked in the house without the flowers. I had every intention of grabbing them. But
Is it because of the closing that I did?
Yes. I looked at and I'm like, when did that happen? Seems like 20% more.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's doing. I mean, I know flowers are seasonal, but I don't recall them costing
Listen,
that much.
One thing my
So
mom.
the only thing I can blame it on is tariffs.
It is that. Y'all know how it's been since the beginning of the year. One thing my mom always said is, don't buy me flowers. Don't buy me flowers. I'm good. Give me chocolate. Give me something else because flowers, yes, I know you love me. Flowers will eventually just die after a couple of days and it'll be a waste of money. The gesture is nice, but she clearly says don't buy it. But I don't mind. I don't mind the flowers. Roses are beautiful. I don't mind it. Yes, I do understand it gets expensive.
Oh man, I got shocked the other day when I saw the price.
I do understand that it
But
gets
she does
expensive.
deserve flowers. I just have to make sure that I have a plan.
Man, I remember when I used to work for the bank. That was prior of having kids. This man will send flowers to my
those
job.
used to cost me
Okay.
less than
He
right
will
around 50
send
something.
flowers
If I
to my
if I were to do
job.
this right now, you know how much it'll cost?
Yeah.
Between
I know.
$150 to $200.
Yes.
Depends.
Yes.
Sometimes it'll go
Yes.
way more than that.
I was like the girl at the office, flower delivery, come to the office, the door open. Mind you, I work at the bank. And then, UPS is like, is there a CC here? I'm like, really, babe? How sweet. Because I'm a thoughtful person and I love when he is thoughtful, but I know that's something that you've been struggling with.
I was being thoughtful the other day. I just got shocked at the price.
And I think that's one thing that I do teach my daughters is that be thoughtful, and they are very thoughtful.
Some people are gonna say that I'm cheap. I am. I'm being thoughtful and being responsible in how I spend money. Because right now we all have to be, because we live in a very unusual environment.
Yeah.
And we have to be thoughtful on how we do things. Because instead of doing buying that, I looked at Cece and I, we could do something else with this.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Reason being is because I think we know each other and we know how things are, what we have and what we need to work towards. When you love someone, you don't just let him be by himself, struggling and trying to get this, or because we know how things are very expensive, and it's okay if I don't get it this time, but I know I will get it eventually.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's okay if I don't go to this place right now, but I know I will go there eventually. That's just how my husband is, and I'm okay with that. But this is what I'm saying. When you know someone and you love someone, you being okay with how things are for now, and then until then, you carry on.
That's why I'm building those businesses.
That's right.
I got to get this money. And by the way, if you need bookkeeping help, if you own a business and you're struggling with bookkeeping, we do that as well. So
that's right.
Anyway, and if you're looking to buy a home, Cece can get you that.
Or sell your house.
Yeah. So, but yes, I mean, when you look at all these things, when you're in a relationship, you have to be mindful as to how you spend money.
Yes.
But more importantly, your partner has to understand the decisions you make.
Yes.
And this is where that communication piece is important. Because yes, Cece could see me as being cheap, and I know some of you guys probably think this man is cheap. Cece and I, we have an understanding, and she knows how I make decisions.
I sure do.
And there are certain times it may not be the best time to get this. And then I don't know what was going on that day, but the prices scared me. But I'll tell you, the couple to survive these expensive seasons are the ones who anchors by friendship and teamwork.
Yes.
And that's something we make sure we have here.
That's true.
I'll tell you, financial storms come and go.
Yes.
But your bond, the bond that you create with your partner, that will stay.
Forever.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think as a couple, we have to be mindful as we go through these seasons. You know, and seasons like this can increase the mental load on the partners.
Right.
You know,
right.
Couples will stop trying.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not always the cost. It's the overload that they feel.
Yeah. And I think sometimes it's not about the money. It's about the mental load.
Yes. Because when you're stressed out and you have all this thing going on, shoot, it impacts you.
It does. It does. Yeah. And it's a lot. And sometimes, you know, us women, we really have to put ourselves in their situation. Like I said, it's not about the money. It's about the mental load that they go through. And we really have to be mindful how that can impact your partner.
Absolutely. Because I'll tell you, energy is expensive. You know, the amount of thoughts you have to give to certain things. Going back to that Starbucks drink, that anxiety causes me. It draws some energy. But, I'll tell you, burnout do steal from the romance.
It sure does.
And yes, inflation is a real thing. But I'll tell you, when you're burnt out, that will cause you to lose that romantic vibe a lot quicker than the money you spend.
A lot faster. Listen, if you are listening right now, okay, I want you to ask, or we want you to ask your partner this week. You got to ask your partner this, right? What's a low cost date we can do that still makes us feel connected?
I think it's a valid question.
You have to ask your partner that. And I think your partner needs to give you an honest answer.
I agree.
Okay. Don't let your ego get in the way. Be honest with your partner and ask that question and answer the question. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, money's important. There's no way I would say money's not important because everything we do costs something, right? Yeah. We live in this economy, and yes, dating has gotten more expensive. There's no sugarcoating it. It has gotten more expensive. Connection is the main thing. You want to make sure that you can connect with this person. You want to make sure you can build a partnership with this person and eventually build something real. Yes. So what do you do with spending extra money? If you have it, spend it. If you're doing with spending extra quality time, if you have it, spending. But make sure that you stay on purpose. Yes. It's very easy to lead with the price and stop doing things. That's when you have to shift your mindset. I can spend the money if I have it, but if I don't have it, what else can I do? Yeah. Yeah. And I think in purpose is building something real. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. So, dating should not feel like a performance, Amen to that. Believe me, when you go into a tough season, this is when you really can tell if this person loves you. Yes. Because while things are good. And that's usually when you're being tested. Oh, yes. Because when you said I do, you marry this person through the good and the bad. Yes. When things are good, when things are tough. Seasons are the ones that really test. And a lot of us are going through those tough seasons right now with people who not working. Yeah.
people who lost their benefits and certain things. And it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
And you got to stick with your man and stick with your woman.
Yeah, this is when you got to put on your creative, hat on and figure out how do we go through this. And I'd say if you're dating or if you're married, don't panic. You don't need a luxury lifestyle to have luxury connections.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
That's true.
What you need is honesty.
Yeah.
You need to put in some efforts.
Yes.
Right? And work together as a team. Because those are the things that's going to make the difference.
Absolutely.
And when the finances get better, believe me, these expensive trips that you wanted to take, those expensive restaurants that you wanted to do, you'll still get to go and enjoy them together. But if you let that tough moment split you apart, someone else will get to reap your benefits.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. And I think so too. You all you appreciate those blessings together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We all have to remember this. A relationship that's built on money will not last. But a relationship that's built on love can survive any economy.
Amen.
Even the one that we're going through right now.
Right.
So with that said, guys, we've discussed a lot on how expensive things are. And I don't know, they probably will get a little bit more expensive before they get cheaper. As you go through this holiday season, look to see what you've got going on. Have open conversation with your partner and decide together what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to go and spend money on those crazy expensive gifts if you don't have it.
Right.
You don't have to throw that holiday party if you don't have it. Maybe you could take back. Now, again, you got to look at what you've got and make that decisions, but make the decision with your partner.
Yeah.
And if your partner really loves you, they'll be willing to have that conversation with you and find something that will work for both of you.
That's right.
So with that said, everybody, we want to thank you for listening to the Blissology Podcast today. And if you and your partner are figuring out how to stay romantic without going broke, share this with another couple that needs the encouragement. And be sure to like this podcast. Make sure to comment. We do want to hear what's going on with you.
Yes.
And subscribe so you never miss a new conversation.
That's right.
So guys, until then, take care of your partner. Don't spend like crazy. Peace.
Bye.